Are you ready? Hey! 1, 2, 3, we go!
As we enter the home stretch of the electioneering campaign, I'm calling on all political actors and the citizenry as a whole to commit themselves to a peaceful process and to forego any resort.
Omampeni abedi echire krona asade atudwa se abanyi e won hyehyɛ papa e de ema zongo communities no and aban ne second term obeba no nso eba education someone so a wamo e de normal p ne begu akwemu e de amazongo communities no
normally amayen na yeah almost voting ma omo na development policy bien ni ho but unim say zongos no so also so ye adwen say ye de nhihye fufuro beba na ye de aboa zongofo nhihye fufuro no say ye we Zongo Ministry for Zongo and Inner City Development.
Sanso and Dr. Isaac Brackon were political scientists or they are two judges a choir a man for a faso editor warm abba.
Voters no, etimishe. One more, Omoya, Abetambe, Osiaprobo, or Timotimono, almost Timishe, Saneman. Then you might be to me why Abetambe for no, and Momoko at Daniel Martini. To say beer. Propaganda and now to say bandwagon. Yes, if Uncle Poe, Omako Disika, Omako Tongana, Sikasa Tieni, Omunyeli Papa. Bianene and Ukrabianim. Nama for body, Akron 4, a Montomo, a Tobo Apetam.
In some way, any afro pin, I'm some for it, don't when you may messing Konya, made some more a 24 radio so. Kazi channel hon ewo modernghana.com sanso ena Zeno radio tune in so eye a24 radio ubenya yen ewo ehonom sanso na oko YouTube nso a eye a24 TV Facebook nso eye a24 radio UK oko honom a ensemi nyina etwagu ewo ho medin de Edward Donko. Afe yensem no emu enchiremu enie ene day TUC womo edan a na chesense wo ho a ban yi hye wo mbo 2016 se onyame ya adoma oba omo besie ade ama TUC no ene day omo etimi esiesie a omo akopa ho ntoma anya asem ketwa kra na nadodanko akufu ado Ghana mampani kopiem ewo dwumadi no ase na no ena ochirim se sika sombo 12,700 Ghana cedis na etimi de siesie dan na eno ena ochirim se aban ona yonkofa eda omo ne trade union congress and muno bekoso na akoso sanso ena odi atudwa sa ban ede a wo pepa se asumdue ebekoso ewo mem ha sei na sa asumdue bekoso a ene Ghana fo nyina stakeholders yemo asumdue bra se ne be asumdue betimi akoso ewo Ghana.
The wholehearted effort that are being made by my government and I to ensure the peace and stability of the nation as we enter the home stretch of the electioneering campaign. I'm calling on all political actors and the citizenry as a whole to commit themselves to a peaceful process and to forego any resort to violence. The Inspector General of Police and the other heads of the law enforcement agencies have made abundantly clear their determination to enforce the laws of the land, including the law banning vigilantism in an impartial, even-handed manner, without recourse to political color, to secure the peace of the nation. I support fully their attitude and will give them my maximum backing. Indeed, I have over the years demonstrated my commitment to maintaining the peace and stability of our nation on several occasions. In 2008, I accepted the results of a closely fought election, which was won by the slimmest of margin, some 40,000 votes, without asking for a recount.
Nana Dodanko Ekufado na yetene nkano na ni vice president a woye Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono so kopiem ewo St. Monica's ewo Mampong ni nyina enesen dormitory kese a yesino ho se ne be ya school hun sensam ewo secondary school na be konkan ewo St. Monica's eho no okopa eho entoma na eno de atudwa se ohwe woma omo ebe ko suapon emu a titru nyame eya adoma 2021 academic year no eye ade bia loan a omo beje ede atuatua omo ho aka no eye ade bia wo mo enhia garanta bia de omo hia ne se omo kuta Ghana card ne omo kuta bia ene loan ne je no eye fofofofofo ede ema wo mo we nyina eye nhyehyɛ aban na de ato a wo hwɛ se enwomasua ebe konkan ewo omam ha sei ode ensem no etudwa no sei eno kyerɛkyerɛ mu
attention to education from the KG level all the way to the university level. Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo has said that even though free SHS has worked and it has succeeded to a large extent, we don't want free SHS to only stay there. We want them to go up to university. One of the limiting factors is money. And Nana Akufo-Addo is saying that if by the grace of God we are in government next year, we are going to introduce a new policy for any student who passes to go to university and doesn't have the money. We will pay those fees by way of a loan. And all you need to get the loan is your national ID card. Once you have the national ID card, you will be able to get this loan and go. And when you finish university, you do 1 year national service. You have another year grace period. Hopefully you will have a job after that and you will start paying back the loan by little by little.
Ghana man penia be de chire His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na yetene nkan ewo hono na ne hokafo Samira Bawumia enso ekwakopiem ewo Eastern Region suhu na eho eno de ato NPP for ene nananom hemfo ho anim se NPP amanyekuo no wonhyehye papapa ede ema oman anti Ghana for na yenya NPP for mu gidie na 2020 abaye betwe yensa fa mfi 9P NPP for so biem
December 7th, sorry, I'm not planning. And you quiet, your mofra, your dachinti, and your kotosabe into a Yara register for Twabapa to my new patriotic party for Twabama, His Excellency Nanado Now for Twaba, Emma of what for job and
eno Samira Bawumia second lady ewo omem hasei ena yetene nka ewo ehono na yebeko APC All People's Congress ona soye na Hassan Ayarega na etu franka de amama yekuno no wode atudwa se enough is enough afi abaye babeto no APC o maye krado se o mobeji tumi no e de free NPP ne NDC for ensem Ghana fo nyina enya All People's Congress mujidie ono Hassan Ayarega o ye franka etu fo no Ghana fo nya wo mujidie no mbetumi aba abesesa enoma nneɛma de ama ɔman yaso nsuo yaso ansa yɛhunu de emodo yɛhunu ɔmo ɛbɔ modern na NDC ne NPP fo nyina ɔmo timi disappoint ɔman na Hassan Ayarega ɔba anyɛ sɛ bi a ɔba betwa 1 term ana 2 terms na yɛ ne dɛ na mmom hyehyɛ papa ɔde egu kwan mu a ɔba bɛyɛ ama na ɔmo timi atoto din ɛwɔ mem ha sei no ɛno ɛne ne tirim pa ɔde ɛpre akonwa no.
So we give you free education and look, I have to as a leader, president of this country, I'm giving you education free. But it is your responsibility to make it work. If you feel I will kick you out of school. Okay, become the best student so that we will build a human resource base.
So it will be merit-based.
In this school free education, it's going to be, we're going to have what is called mass dropout of senior high school students very soon. Because one, they get free education, senior high school, free senior high school, and then they pass or they fail, and then they get another stumbling block in front of them. That is tertiary. So you come and then you have roadblock. NIA needs to work. What we have experienced over the years is that people have NIA card, get to the hospitals, and they're only given malaria, paracetamol and other few tablets.
Very restricted.
Very restricted problem. We need to understand, and we need to prioritize our institutions and what we want to do for our people. Health is a very important sector in our life. Without health, the nation will collapse. And we need to understand that when you can give free education, be able to build access to healthcare, not just building structures alone and leaving them. We need to have access to education, access to blood bank, access to consumables, access to doctors, access to health.
So what's the policy that HTC?
Access to all the things that
we
have institutions in place. What we are doing, the health, we are going to give free primary health care, okay, and then give a secondary health care that comes with a certain percentage. People who are not working get free health care. Okay. People who are unemployed get free health care. People who work are going to have insurance-based system. We're going to bring in an insurance system where when you work, you contribute to your insurance scheme. So every worker must have an insurance card.
Na ochiremu se nyame ya adoma 2020 about we wafa.
To me every day from now, from the past 3 years, and they are not satisfied with the kind of leadership that they have seen so far. Yes, they are yearning for a third force, and that third force is not going to come from the NDC or recycling the MPP, because we've seen it. We cannot go back from bad to worse. We need to transform and move from better to good and to better, best. I am giving you the opportunity that, look, when you give the mandate to Hassan Ayarega, 2020, it's not going to be like NDC, it's not going to be the MPP, it's going to be policy-based economy that will transform your life and put sustainable policies that will sustain this economy, not promises that we're going to lie to you and win elections and give you excuses. I'm not interested in that. And don't forget, I'm not interested in 8 years. And I am only interested in 4 years to show you the different kind of leaders we have to transform this country for the NPP and the NDC to see that they've really failed and they are corrupt institutions.
Hassan Ayarega kofa de ma All People's Congress osanso Franketu for de ma ekuno na Mame Sylvia no public relation officer de ma abato commissioner no na no no de atodwa se asese ahobo aguso a enche kra womo ehwehwe nkrata mu ewie nipa dunso a womo ede womo forms ekoye no ohwe no wasemu na womo qualify no womo tumi agina ewo 2020 December ba ye beto no emu
Nyama or Fale nominations or Fan and Yoma Embra. I don't the other DNA. And yes, I can't say. Commission no active 2 committees, technical team, and IT team. So, you're with Kuma, Rapaso. Said the ya. If you should, I should say, Yama has almost Ambrano. Yes, it's Anna. If you are trying to come with you, it is 10 years ago. Yama will like to say. It me, I'm the bit from the country. It is say no. One in a sala. Committee to me, don't I see and so. All times we need or more report to know. At the Ama commissioner. And should be a Mbetianka. And should be a Mbetianka. Anyone should be a institution. Say at the end of the day, they are spelling out the Yama to the Ayano. It is to that. At the Amudia. To almost the yard, a bayan, I say so. Instead of 2 days, I had a signing of the here, the 5 days, 7 days, if it's such over the Ukraina, yeah, chose to with the Anna Hado, o say if you are not ID number na mo go together na yes ana so say ba no say na ya ma o kai ama what the the electoral commission no ama all the aspirants no sa akonya no mo kan say ana opportunity no say dey ya did you wa na ma right from the first day the na obi amba but throughout second day to the final day na Friday o buy the year near so we na jaka I do you say enche bia no ye be ba
Mami Sylvia no tonkra de ema abato commission no ono ena yete ne nka ewo eho no na Dr. Isaac Braconso nimde efa amanyosem emu na no yebisa ne sa manfo to aba de na manfo gina so a womo de eto aba eno ena ochirechiremu ede ema yen na nchiremu no ena ochiremu se ebinum egina sane one tradition etie ewo party no eho se ebi etise ehin ena party no efri party no kofa by enesen party no kra ni history na bakosem kra echiresen ebi nso eye campaign mun sensem se 2016 ye ba beto abai na obete NPP forms free education ni nyina eye attractive campaign messenger ekiono enya ya omo ede eton womo eho afen so ekwan omo fa so omo de eka womo ensem a eye modern channels of communication sanso ena one slogans ahodo no ene enyuma omo bebo na amanfo timi gina so de to aba ewo ehonom afen so ekiono womo record a womo ewo ni nyina ka ho bi ema amansan ana amanfo gina so ede to womo aba ewo ho se ekui ebaaye noma hodo ben no omo ebe ya omobeye ya ejina so ama amafo de ato aba ama omo ni nyina ka ho bi ama amafo etimi gina so ede kire wo mo adwene
ameni pa gina so de to aba eye debre eye beye dunsia na ebi ye titiro fa esen ebi ba de ye titiro no ba ko eye tradition political tradition and party tradition eno no de obi wo hono ma ebia political socialization di community awotimo no aye no ho agency of socialization wo chekire enipa no omama na wo hono say ye de aha ne yento ya bako senti binti te se bia achimmabu akwa esan de na woda party a edikan no ayeti wo mem ha eye yewuraje bi dankwa na hona nchi frenti no ehofo no title aba emma party bia JP Dankwa a party no efrimo ebaye no anti UGCC ne party a offshoot of UGCC bra woman ya nelem bebo mu a peye yi lopi eba besi ne nyina no omo bie ehɔ no mo tim te sa afɔ no de ya no ma to party no mo entintan enya de a ɔra so butentim pampi ombetimi awai eno dankenya ye was historical analysis ye was historical factors bibi wo hono mana party bi aye bibi na mani pano afa sa party no ela enti no bibia no ya do person mo to abama party a etisa no eno so ye wo ba ko so ye attractive campaign message eno de ye kokudampa asem na wo de ko ka kire wo manfo no ya na o type ni bo mo bi efi wo party manifesto no mo ke sa mo ni usamodi kan ye no na ye wura ba umia kika se o kwakwaje o tertiary institution mo na o student loan enya se na o team fifre bia o wen hi be foto ho na mom o de Ghana card na o de ko o mo gifi o manifesto no mo enti de wo ka ensempa na wo ka kire o manfo no eye message en wo de ma manfo no na message no na kono a eye eno etime manipa bi etime gina so to abama wo se obi se ono otoma no a obaye emukura dan ewo zongo no na sebi eye nnuano mo musimifo no eba so mo elsra omokọ omunsiedo a omokra so omokọ nsiedo a yedi omo besie na ebia omma ebetimi abansi akwantu maba no mabepo emukura be ofoforo so se mo ya menso na restore teacher training and nursing training allowances no dia mamo enti samia wana ne die ye wo wakono wo na wo tie no wo hwe se emu die ye na ya akono ma me pa enti message na wo de kono message na ebu amoka radio so television so ebu rally ase omoka ebu on mom door to door canvassing yes no door to door house to house ne ade no omo di message na eko ensemfia na wo de kono na kona eye ne sen eno ne ntimi ma enipa etimi egyina so eto aba and na say modern channels of communication say bia yetimi ka slogan bi yetimi mama slogan bi na yakono yetimi bonum bi say bia yesi tuma sunoma tuma apaka tuma bro na odi bibi fama bro na bro di enso womba dia na party no slogan na body bone party no na jaton die no de wuro no eno so timi ma enipa bi energy ho pa na wokọ previous record of governance aban no party no so aba ban mo panya oba ban mo no edie no woyeye na mfaso die be ne ba ma wo aname etimi mi ho se a party we wa by no what decide we by or decide we by na ma wo ma no tumpon pa etimi de me trauma sa party no esan de wo se wo ye painting me kan kwachiri a obi wo no ma bia na okowo ye na wo yansabia yesine ka yesi a o man company kofo ne nhye ya odi aba no o se afa wo hu ene wo ba munko fie e ka bi eni wo obi betimi ebedi chi mu dem aka se sa party ya dia wo ye die ebiri bia party ne beba bia e dia meto aba ma no so enti die wo wa akonya so no o ye no eno no ama se o wa akonya so akonya so ne ya wo de toto die ba kono ye no na wo hwe se emu die na ne die e ka de sen ne donko e die
Dr. Isaac Bracon, a political scientist, on a tenenka. Enra Nanado Danko Kufado Paba, some phobia on Beshe, say all African Games ever Basso Yami Adma 2023 on Beshe no Mato Noma, Ama organization Bibia Ebekoso, and no a local organizing committee efa all African Games are ebe baso no eho na opaba so for no ewie no the two just say sir steady aye ba besie and as sports complex aye ba besie say nyame adom na 2023 ye wie pe na nadodanko akufado ebe dane no ama na ba be ye university kese pa ama man yetimi enya eho emfaso yenua pani danko akuyebo a wo peace fm okaba somfo yi eho na nadodanko akufado kasano say ena odene semeto eja
of the sports stadium and other sporting facilities in Ghana meet the required international standards for continental games. It is thus necessary to construct appropriate sports facilities in the country that will be able to hold the 25 sporting disciplines in Ghana in the year 2023. I'm happy to announce the land has been secured to construct the necessary facilities for the games, and the procurement process to engage a contractor is ongoing. The facilities to be constructed include a 50,000 capacity Olympic Stadium complex, multi-purpose sports halls for all indoor sports, aquatic centers for swimming, and tennis courts. It is the vision of government for the purpose of sustainability to convert the Olympic sports facilities to be used for the 13th African Games into a university of sport for development. In anticipation of this, the Olympic Stadium complex will have an administration block, hospital facilities, bungalows for senior officials, lecture and research facilities, and equipment.
Eno ayen sama koso enra edana enra krona Ghana Mampeni His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Sanso ekopim ewo mankesim ne nyina eye yewura eko kwansa Hefoda nipa bonfo bi ekoto no so ra ombo ne tio eku no ewo kwem wabra na ofri ne campaign eba na ewo se Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ne dom womo ekochia ebusua na enum na okasa na wode tu dwa se nyame eya adoma abusia ekokwansa Hayford mrashebedwani waja no ekire no Nana Danko Akufo-Addo emekire ne ma no obehwe ama womo ensensem bibia timi atotoye sanso enode ato Inspector General of Police enim se onhwe na ensema ekoso nipa bonfo a womo edi ewuo no womo empen omo enche womo anyesa Nana Danko Akufo-Addo no so obeye di obeye
so 1 year Saturday only for 1 year only for Ekwembia so Emrano anyone be adwuma enti me ba say se me kan ba se me ba be mamu shede mamu yako na mama wati ase se DSC e come ba ne ba ne mami no me waja waji no oni ba be come home na ya hwe ama say okwe oni nyezi Baba Yaka. This is the idea of the power. No one's so when you want any more. Missy, I said it there. You be a man up on the side. Tama, what if I be share, bra, if I be Yawade, okay, Gauda Nibu, Minia, Inti, Mesma, Emiapa, and the Mestre, and the Zebushapa, only pay 4 Babets, I say, I share, and rare, if I be in the Nankasa, Sramu, Monday, Safo, a Wofi Mantem High, Ira, I'm not Duncan, and Shedda, and your crow, because I never been in Brabbe, because if the person no one can to Yukuya, a branch no soon or the day, a year or so equi, and already about my shepherd drum on we can obey a fancy a CNE, Fino Shishi, Jumano, now Pepe Buno, I feel about the Mubema Bar. So you live in him said, yeah, bay, that's Pepe Buno, now, or Banswa. So you mean the pen, I'm Suzume that so a wabemo. I'm writing and I'm a person in picture on. You may pour me a wabemo or can be pa. We are going to say, she said, and I'm about to say, the buyer, you come and what? Jesse, some cassette, teacher, and mammy. Inspector General of Police, I just say, it's a way bad there. Who be you may be one in San Juan, well, the Baba, a Quembiaso, the Bonifoa, 1 year, the police say, Quembiaso, and Ran and Woody.
Eno Ghana Mampeni, His Excellency Nana Adodankwe Kufuado, and I attend can ewo ehono na minority leader also ekoko PM waka equia mrasebejafo omopa sa omonkonkokochia abusuafo no na eno no de tu dwa sesa openi eko kwansa Hayford ni wo no ewo bi a chese ha adwene ye papa na openi ohwe na hobrase na ode wo mrase bedwam ene ne dwumadi ana odie no ni kwansa nka bibise yi etimi eto mrase bedwani nanso nipa bonfo yi sede omo asi atu asete ewo omem ha sei no na nyina ka ho bi ena enoma etimi agensemo ewo ho na ose aposifo nhwe na omunye hihemu na nipa omudi sa nyampiransem yi omo empe omo na asotwe bi esefata no womo etimi ede ama womo sanso ede yakosem ede ma ebusua womo etimi ahwere womo odehie yi
2016 I only can say the mother to the wife and to the family that God should give you fortitude to accept this loss. Unacceptable anyway for me. I just can't fathom how I can accept that you go and file your nomination form on your way and that ends it. This must be a rude awakening or a form of policing in Ghana and for proper policing in Ghana. We demand that the only way we can eulogize Echo Hayford is for justice to be seen served. Once we call on the police to improve the general security landscape of the country, particularly for all Ghanaian citizens. It is not asking for too much if we say that MP's personal protection and safety be elevated and enhanced for purpose of securing their lives. At the appropriate time, we will seek public support guided by the Speaker to demand of policing.
Minority leader Haruna Idrusu na yetenenka ewo ehono na Festus Abwaje security analyst ono so de atudwa se ohwe president nsem na okana nipa no dodo na de atudwa se as a president what the warning ana se kokobo kese na wode ema police penny na so se ne ono na wode police penny esi edwaso nsanso na owo eho kwan se oyi no free woman nipa foforo ebehyo na emom wo kan sa ensem no senia ebeya IGP obema no homene so na senia oman no nyina ehwehwe free ne nchen obebo no modern ama asumdue anase bampon semetimi atodin ewo memu eno so na omampani egina ya wode ka ensem nti omo ekase aban na ase warning ko ayi kokobobi na wode ema IGP no eye ade bia one omo enya adwene
president would
publicly warn the IGP. If warning is the correct translation of the account, I think what the president said amounts to a bit of pressure politics. It also serves as some kind of public relations, angle to try and assure the public in different constituencies that the IGP is going to do whatever is necessary. But the call was for the IGP to dig into the reserve of his own professional resources and the reserve of the police resources. And that is where my concern is, that what resources does the police have? This is work that needs to be done by detectives, for instance. So how many detectives do we have hands-on to try and resolve the unresolved murders that, you referred to from about 2016 or 2014? One Fennec Ochri, we have Ahmed Swale, we have the Gafoha lady, we have the Takrade girls, we have the MPJP Dankwa. The fact that the police has not been able to resolve these murders, sometimes speaks to the issue that they don't have adequate resources. Not necessarily in terms of training, but in terms of whether they have sufficient numbers of detectives where their services will be required to try and detect and prevent crime in the first instance. And when crime has occurred, to try and come to the roots of the crime and find the perpetrator and bring them to justice. But I think, I don't want to say it as a warning to the IGP that if he does not resolve this particular crime, his profession or his career will be on the line.
Eno Festus Abwaje ena yetene nka ewo ehono no sanso de tujwa se ohwe aposifo njumede awodo a womo edi na ase enoma bi wo hono ma kande bi wo hono ma womo edibedi juma ama na oma atimi atodin no womo enya ne nyina eka ho bi ena ase bampon sema na njumede awodo no aye bribia ewo ehono na saposifo saka enoma ne nyina na senka womo emode mono eto timade a ene Ghana fo nke betimi aka bibia fa ho se omomode mono eye ade bi a enkoyie ewo ehonom sei ena Festus Abwaje ekire ensemu
the resources to do, which is why I'm saying that the question boils down to resources. You see, the police are not adequately resourced, that we know. So let us expand the debate now to say, can we have a 5 to 10 year police professionalization, police expansion, whatever program that gives them the resources, an adequate number of police, well-resourced, well-trained, well-led. Then we can begin to make a case for those who need special protection. But to say that as of 2017, there were about 600 upwards murders. 2018, there were about 500 murders. And then you're saying that the civilians who have died probably don't matter too much, and that all the debate must be about members of parliament. That moralness, the moral dimension of this argument, I find very difficult to accept. So
Festus Abwaje obi onim de efa bamponsem no ene no edi enkomo ewo ho no na sansam krona ena drivers a womo so echi womo eka efa kran ni komase kwan so ede komiamia awodo pi no enso ede ensem awodo atodwa womo kiremu se ohwe mankesim kwan na eye ade bi a omo ehia so omo siesie ne pa ni nyina kan obi ena nipa bonfo sori ana omo akwa akogina so ohwe omo se wohwɛ speed ramps ahodo a egu ekwan no so san so na police patrol team a ɛwɔ kwan no so a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ade bi a ɛtɔkyema kakra san so na kwan no so ne nyinaa sɛsɛe ne nyinaa ka ho bi na am roberts timi kɔgyina hɔ nom a wɔn etimi ɛgye amanfoɔ na etimi kɔwie sɛ enipa a wɔn ɛyɛ akɛse a na so wɔn di mu wɔ man mu ha sempo etimi ɛhwere wɔn nkwa sɛyi na drivers no bi ɛkyerɛ wɔn adwene wɔ abraa na wɔn edi nkɔmɔ no.
Ekuro bia na omo timi do omo peye bompe wo kuro so a omo timi ko twa dua kobe nom de agu kwan ni nti awe se driver ni fa ngodru bi obo ase gba na no timi dile ama ro le tibra so baba ko mo mbe nya che firi so obodu ore ho ne nye obe slow down ne ya chew ado ka ho bi ana sisi aro ufiri obo ase na ho ba obedu wi ni ba o driver no che no space na se passenger to echi no che bia police want to be chew driver ni jira say ade nti no che bi no watch off analysis bla Sunday no me ba no omo yem de same omo taking be 1 hour sabele aho ba ho na me ntia se sa ba na de sa no na ba de a we de mini na ba me de sisi edru no bla police fund omo okwan so bebele ba se na ro be fund me de e ba kwa so ba kwa so no ba na de ba kwa ha ne se bi ono ka so de bi a chewa o driver no ko chala nyina and am so bi a se bi driver se bebele na ko school ni so no mo de me so de omo di di ai okay oh ba e sprint ala ne de you need this okay if you be the police team everyone eko so by explain already the employee for you say something
ya say ya share am say anope ya kasa ya sa to police bed na wo horo manke ayi kaso to mankesim but baby ono pressure wo horo no mankesim to titin kwanta o horo no ya bedu ono no beri ba ko but about 10:30 wo ko na o mu nyina sa dware kokko de fie na ye na bush road was ero ne the problem 10:30 to 11 oboko no mu ni ho eno kra beri aba akopɛ o to 11 oboko no mu ni ho no mo bi ni ho no mo kwa na bush road magazine to tete junction kwa ya o mu guso a mo ye bet o mu dwaso a na e wo se bo ko ta ro so a na sa da ne potos tambia dom de e kwa na so no ti mo kwa so mo yo ye timi hu road there is no street light ya na mpa za na 3 days ya wada ana yeko ade better Friday ne become me duru wana sa boys ne go fan fa ba na minim ne amoye me cross ya ka odi maji ana ofre so ma robo no ya asem ketua o mu kun ye friends pro na e wo no central region friend minister o mu kun MP o mu kun no enti kana wo na sa asem ne si e to mo mo ya wo ba wo fira ha e ko be mankesima boys for wo kwa so ye be 15 but when I de kwa na nka wo betunya boy sa kwa na so no obi ani wo beri aba akopɛ ɛbɔ bɛ na ayɛ okɔ de kɔ ba obeduru wo no na ta beri akwa na omere na omini hɔ jama de zia no one person na o ma yɛ na wɔn de fine woduru wa wontumi nkomiri kan tin ya bɛbɔ ayɛ sɛ ayi no kura beri na ɛma so a ɔmo betumi anya ɛfɛn sɛ police car petrol team car bi a ɛbetumi akɔ petros ɛwɔ kwan no so saa time na wɔn nti wo no yagye ofun wo yɛ de na wafrɛ but the petrol team car nam so a time na ɛkɔ bɛ no nipa na bɛyɛ awɔ sɛ car nam so de bia eturo bɛyɛ dem obesuro no ama to woye bibi kura na were obeji aye ti ya
patrol team ni de na be se nka ekwa ne de ade so de abale ade bi wo so ba stay na omo ba ya kwa ne na mo so no ana obi a team de ne pe no akotwa dua no asanu ya no de gu so aye bompe enu na e ma sa ne ma gozo nti enu ne be sire se problem fi se mu emergency na ba no hwe obi bi nyama ya se no ba ha de bi no be ya to so na ka na e free a ne ye hu
okay wait full bridge ni da ka hu nya ana ye bompe no and they say that for the so your problem obedru won mo say odu cross so also to no bo ase no de america no de twem and wo get ko da for we kwa mu bi de pa na ahom tema e but the capable one say barriers ni no say no ma yan man kesim to kaso no sa barriers na no so mo ye bi so ho no bai anya say bi MP no o film no me ka ne busa for ya de o mo ka se no kwa one time say you ko mo timi to america so kwa we dey see ho no oh it's your problem barriers ni no ka do so ho no man ka babo aye
adriverfoɔ bi a wɔn ɛyusu kumase nkran kwan titiri mankasim ɛna wɔn ɛde wɔn ɛhaw bi ɛto nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ anim ɛnɛ da yi na saa nsɛm yi ho ɛna mmarahyɛbadwani a wɔgyina mu ɛwɔ soame abatɔ mpɛsua so na ɔsan so yɛ dɔm dodoɔ no n'adoni ɔsan so ɛyɛ ɔsoafoɔ a wɔhwɛ mmarahyɛbadwafie nsɛm ɛsoɔ yɛwura ɔsɛ chairman sambo nsonso de ato dwa sɛ ho behia sɛ Ghana yɛ aposifo ayɛ mmarahyɛbadwafoɔ yɛbɛbɔ wɔn ho pa nka police ni baako bia na nkɔ no ɔwɛ mmarahyɛbadwani na sɛ mmarahyɛbadwafoɔ mpo yɛntumi mmɔ wɔn ho ban a ɛneɛ wɔn a wɔwɔ pɛpɛ bi sɛ wɔn bɛbie wɔn nnwuma wɔ ɔman mu ha sei no ɛbɛhunahuna ama wɔn a ɛma wɔn mma ɛfiri sɛ ɔman no ne image no ɛyɛ a ɛtɔn no bɔne paa ɛno nti ɛho bɛhia paa sɛ mmarahyɛbadwani yɛbɛma wɔn banbɔ yɛbɛbɔ wɔn ho ban wɔ wɔn dwumadie ahodoɔ mu.
Of the UN, we are not at the point where, as a nation, we should be in terms of the ratio between the police and the citizenry. So we're saying that we're not there, we are betting. However, it's important that we offer protection to people who are politically exposed. And we think that members of parliament belong to that category. Perhaps much more so than the, if you like, non-MP ministers, for instance. They are not politically exposed as members of parliament. We represent the people in the various constituencies within a political party where there may be a contest to elect one person to represent a party in that constituency. Sometimes some acrimony is generated. Some told the election or in the contest. So the party that wins and the party that loses. Sometimes some acrimony is also generated between the supporters of the two parties. And that sometimes could be a bit aggressive and abrasive. So you go to a particular place, particular committee, they can do whatever you say. So I to this. Whilst we do not want any blood to be shed in this country, in such a manner as happened to our colleague. And I'm not saying along with any sense of judges are provided with security. Why? Because they administer justice. And losers in cases often are hit. Sometimes when they think that they have a good case and they lose out, they are held to the marrow. And if they have the opportunity to confront, a judge, a magistrate, one-on-one, to have something that sadly could happen, which is why it's important to provide justice with some protection. Equally so must we think of the members of parliament. Because in this case, like it happened 4 years ago, in this case, it is not the constituency that has lost. It is not the family that has lost. It is parliament that has lost. And indeed, it is Ghana that has lost. Because the president goes about trying to, encourage investors to come and invest in the country. We think an investor will not be looking for an economy where his investment will not be impaired by such dastardly acts. So they are looking at all these things. And unfortunate as it is, it affects the image of the country outside. They are lawmakers. And every now and then, within a space of 4 years, 2 of them have been murdered in cold blood. An investor may be thinking 2 times.
I know Masabedwani a ujina emu ema abato mpesua so a ewo swame ena yete ne nkan no honorable Oseiche Mensa Bunsu sanso ena edom dodo na ewo aban mu no wono ena oda omo ano ena yete ne nkan ewo eho no na sa robbery cases na ena ahomachin ebeto odwa se ukopiem ewo University of Cape Coast and also oma bade mo dendenden a school for nkora mo ho no oma kwakopie mo ho no ma robo omo na eno ena school mu penifo de atodwa se sansam na ebeto odwa no eye ensem bia no krebiara enim na sa ensem no ena university nipa wakasa ede ema wo mo no okire mu se sa ensem na ye ensem bia chese oma hyehye eye prank ewo ho no mti sa ensem no yemo enwu na ose ohwe bambon sama ewo Cape Coast na se ye kosuru ye papa omo ahyem kena security personnel omo school mu ho no ewo ho sanso na posifo nso dodo na asa be gu school mu a sa wo ye awofo na oba ewo school mu ho no ma ene ma obo ento wo yam ifrise bambo nsem no eye ade bi ekoyi papa ewo University of Cape Coast.
Serious casualties in my country. Apart from one girl that I have to had a sprain in the leg who is receiving treatment at the UCC hospital. Nothing untoward happened to any other person to the best of my knowledge. So there was a message where it came from nobody knows. But this message alerted people that there were armed robbers around. Our security came in immediately, they didn't find any armed robbers around. The campus police also came in because they do.
Eno PRO awada University of Cape Coast ano ena yetenenka ewo eho no na ye kwa kopiem ewo Ghana yemampeni abedi echiri ho His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na so ye waba bepiem ewo Asantemantemase awobo entoa na nine no de esiwo no ma ene epa ho ana chese akanda baako ewo so odie na eno de atudwa se abanya wotiso yi won hihye papa ewo Zongo communities no eho ohwen normal outdoor de agu akwan mu a na chese enya asem keto akra na one na ban ne de womo ehwe se enhomasua papa ebekoso ewo Zongo communities na mom enkonkoye ade bi ebeye mochre se ye babisi ede ama Zongo communities so se Davida womo ede NPP amanyokuo no eye nhyehyɛ pa a womo hwe se Zongo communities womo ebedi yie papa ansana onyankopon ato ne nsa ede afre womo na mom enye mochre ena womo eba besi ede ama Zongo communities ene dai zane bi ka kan nto abo a wobo ewo Asantemantemase no ene okopiem ewo asefem ewo Kumasi ase ene one womo edi nkoma yefa ebie ewo eho yentie sene Ghana mampeni abedi echire His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ede nsem eto edwa
na omudi amayen na ye omosi am voting ma omo na development policy bien ni ho but unim say Zongos no so also so ye adwen say ye de nhihye fufuro beba na ye de aboa Zongo fo nhihye fufuro no say ye we Zongo ministry for Zongo and inner city development for the first time in our history. So a whole ministry about Zongos ne inner cities no, so that every time we doing policies are omobaye ababoa Zongo for some ministries no ministry no first Boniface Abubakar said it now down. Say Dr. Mustafa Hamid now down. Omo the policies who say infrastructure, drainage, toilet, clinic, classroom, roads. Omo ye eko Zongos no. Omunye but Zongos be pray anyasa mpunto juma omo ye ICT centers 37. No omo see in the 16 regions. Wagana say ICT centers. Now ye ko inim uhwe last year. Almost 40 students from Zongo communities called Cuba. So they are going to become medical doctors. Now, so Zongo Development Fund, any Zongo ministry, Omo ye juma. We the entire sita and being sita Wagana. So ye astro thefts. Zongos, omo 10 astro thefts so far. Well, Zongos na more eba. So yashia se ye pese ye mpuntu juma wo Zongos. Entina nana Akufo-Addo saying nyame adum na ye samba by more. The next policy, the focus ebe education. Say ye focus on nimdie. Entina ye building model senior high schools for every region for the service of the Zongo communities. And the Ebabwa Empire, you see mortuary. Whatever, you see mortuary. Yeah, but she's school.
Oh, gosh. So what?
Eno Ghana mampeni abedi echire His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ena yetenenka ewo ho no de to just say corruption and someone so aban ba no wabone homodin ye papa omo munim de efa emra enho no guso a omo etoto no ma na enche wo ma sese aban ede omo kopiem ewo court wo no ma bone omo di ye ewo mem ha sei no enche case no aban no be hyase na wo ma munim de efa emra ho no omo etimi edisa ensem no na no ena o kire mu se digitization a wɔn de aba no sɛ wokɔ akɔpɛ passport ne adeade a bibia akɔ digital no ne nyinaa ka ho bi ama corruption cases atumi aba fam paa yie wɔ ɔman mu ha sei.
Because ushe measures are implement here since ye buy framework no ye dia toho. We say Witness Protection Act, ya pass 2018, Special Prosecutor Act, ya pass Right to Information Act, ya pass Companies Act, and a provided framework for beneficial register. So the laws, no, ye dia toho. Now, ukoha budgetary allocations. So, we said there anti-corruption agencies, no, Yoko, Attorney General, Ministry of Justice, Special Prosecutor, Shraj, Judiciary, Nina, anti-corruption agencies, Nina, budget apeja, niaji pa, say first no, na nyesi kanye juma. Nana Kufuado Bresso, you increase your budget between 25 and 34% across the board for all the anti-corruption agencies. Now, unisika untimin fighting corruption, ya logistics, sir, debe fighting corruption. The council a digitization yadiaba. Now manfontin link in turn link digitization no with anti-corruption. But say uko DVLA. Yeah, the digital driver's license aba, the digital vehicle registration aba. Goro boys no entirely hope you. Yeah. So bribe obetria no corruption na ewo no. Aba from pa DVLA uko passport officer so eno ano na da ho no. Paperless na online application no. And also only bribe obetria hana waje passport ebitima ye nyina uko porter paperless no so aboa corruption no aba form ube renew o national health insurance membership and then obetina fie na watua because we online or mobile phone so now I said the national ID project here by mobile interoperability to electricity credit the process here obey no online online so even the court system case management system we are introducing digital framework or harmonizing court processes no and the corruption no perform so next big one be nyame ya adoma ebe ya share CMPC we a land registry so the we said they handle a $1.2 billion contract here and the mobile money interoperability no sa nyina ebua na ejumano prosecutions ne de bebre koso but onim say certain convictions aba bebre so court so prosecutions here many officials about almost 40 almost going through former officials various court processes but once you take it to court no the court has its own timeline sometimes open say quick but ending because
Ghana man penny abedi His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yetene nkan ewo eho no na osade atudwa se ope okunupa oma onkodas dum somu obema wo adwuma na afen so wanya light de adu dwuma ahodo sanso na onkoda beko school free a ni nyina okunupa ye friend na nada nko akufuado ne NPP na okundada wotwam ne de Ghana for yensan ko ensan na chi enkonkofa sa okuro no ebiem
na wakanchiro wasem de say uba metimi ahwe wo kama betina mefie bibia opabia mema wo mehwe onkora na wako warisa abaime enko bibia baime yo nyesika onnim ade a odi sika yi onnim ade a odi yi light bill ba yentua na ya betwa wo light mu odasum mu efienum o say me komedi me o say de sika ni nyina asa dompenkwa na aka mintua school fees hospital mintua water bill mintua teacher training mintua nursing training mintua juma mintua fertilizer mintua na hochire wo da hochire me wa na wo hu say ampa abranche wadada What dada papa me do for dada me ana sasa enyum no o dada pa na uhwe na uhwe se de ono ma tena na ahokyire wo o yare a yentimi nhwe o na bibia no o se manjaya aware a mewu me ne manim nyina bewu na wajaya aware wa konya bema foforo bema oye bema na oye kama oni sikasem so kita na o kukurduro be mai o bokoda ni uko movie ko ni fie na light wo dum son ni ho o hwe bibia o se memma accommodation o se be didi planning for food and jobs ni almost o pese o school free SHS ni o mo pese o mo chiro mo exam BC ana waxi ni nyina o mo chiro free na light bill I say light bill bosumo we dia untua light bill bosumo we dia untua water bill na bibia cost per ambulance super teacher training allowance nursing training allowance we nyina one village one dam one district one factory we nyina napko mbai o menye dwuma e ba ma o napko ne nyina we nyina na ahoto wo na ubehu a na ukunu dada no so asamba o bopono o say ajwa me pese o ja ukunu foforo na be ware me. What you be there? Therefore, what you be everything. Unjai ahotomo na unkoshe ejamo ne ahochiremu. 19 I say yen kanchire okunu dada no say ajwa aware bema ohwe no ne dindi nana adodankwa akufuado ono ana ebehwe no yen ko echire bi on tena nchen na onhwe se de yebo ejuma no na ye chichire oman na obia benya na ho mfaso sa na mikai amanfo
na eno no ochire mu se amanfo keka se ono ba omia wa babe tipaye ede ama NDC amayekuo no na eno no ochire mu se enye se wono no aye tipaye de ama NDC amayekuo na mom omo enhyehyeye ene NPP nhyehyeye eno na akwakofa tipaye ede ama omo ankasa omo
na omo fa omo headache me de comment you na wo ko say wo be si masria men na mekaya wo go ye okada me na mekaya wo betua we no me na o say one time health insurance premium me na mekaya say wo na wo fa wo headache buy enti enye meal MPP na headache because we should say na na do dan kwa for the all bumaya is a man of vision. Because we share policies, no ideas, na MPP war. So ideas, no, and this intimate to me in terms of idea space, no. To me, idea. We should say yeah. Just 4 years. Look at all the new ideas are ever. 1D, 1FE. Say the idea Jumaiba. La omo. 2 factories no mo see so me na me headache o ne MPP said ye bomb mine no eni na ye headache ma obo very well
eno Ghana man pani abedi e na no krakra mu na de to dwasa ba ye ba beto enye ntokwa yenhwe na asumdue entimi nkoso ewo memu ase
enye ntokwasem election ye adwenkyere obi be ba kyerɛ na adwen na wo so wa kyerɛ wa adwen ye ne nam ye bo approach ye kyerɛ niema MPP aye ye si we ne ye inti muntu abamai we mu ba ye no mu antme enye we ye ba etimi ye ya adwen se nyame adom ye ba zongofo nyina ye besi model senior high school every region amawo ye de ye nsi mo kyerɛ ye besi model seat so ye kasa ano na omutimi aye omo adwen so ye mpentokwa ye pese obia ba na wa kyerɛ na adwen so yenfa asumdwe enye sa election yi be matrise nsɛmsɛm bi obimu keka nsɛmsɛ omu election yi omu anwini a omu njintum omu accept na election enye sie na wo de ho see omu anwini a na say we dey defeatist attitude that means say unim say unwini
Doc evidence papa
eno Ghana yen Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yetene nka ewo ho no na yefa keto entwim ewo ahasei na Okay, yenko nsɛmfoforɔ so kyerɛbosom so ɛyɛ opinion no so afa forms egyina Ghana Union Movement anamu sɛ nyame ɛyɛ adom a fi abatoɔ no yɛnto abama no no nso mɛyɛ ɔmampanin na ɛno na ɔde ato dwa sɛ ɔba ne mmɔde mu a ɔrebɔ no ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a ɛbɛkɔ nkan papapapa yie na wɔde ne nneɛma nyinaa anaasɛ dwumadie ahodoɔ no wɔbɛfa mpanimfoɔ a wɔbɛde wɔn bɛdi dwuma no anaa wɔbɛbu ɔman no ɛnyɛ ade bi a ɛbɛboro aduasa 30 ministers pɛ ɛna ɔbɛfa wɔn no ne wɔn adi dwuma ɛwɔ ɛhɔ na ɛno ɛna ɔrekyerɛ mu sɛ sɛneɛ wɔyɛ kristoni no na amanfoɔ kasa de nti ɛna ɔkɔyi obi a onye kristoni na ɔyɛ muslimini ɛno na ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ ɔpɛ obi a nyamesom ɛpa ɛwɔ ne mu sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɔbɛtumi ɛde ne ɛtumi adi dwuma a ne su ɛne ne ban ɛne ne deɛ no ɛsɛ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ nteaseɛ ɛne adwumasom ɛbɛtumi akɔ so ɛwɔ ɔman mu ha sɛ yɛntie kyerɛ abosom.
Okay. Nti no ɛsɛ sɛ ɛhu sɛ consultation fee na ɔka ho asɛm yi ɛnoa bi na ɛsɛ university kumase no ɛnoa bi na ɛsɛ hospital ɛsɛ hotels no kuroma sɛ wofa nkɔ mɛsi a very big factory wohyɛ sɛ ɛno na no yɛtara fɛnifoɔ kɔbɛyɛ sɛ ɔmahu sɛ madu third floor nti ɛso hɔ no yɛba bɛyɛ supagati yɛba bɛyɛ tintomanto yɛba bɛyɛ yɛfɛ no sɛ kongonte powder. Okay, what I say. Into all these things, the plant is there. Say, bit me develop your mind. Now, ubiti say, or temsika, or the drug which you lock to die. Running me, large. Yeah, because they're not me pay. Ubi a o nyamisu. Na o tima. Into him say me call chief mamako bona mani. Semi pay. Semi sorry, you know me Christian. Me pe Muslim. Be a one so a war tima. And what toma ne mine in the nti na alaji pii mu no sɛ ɔyɛnɛs sɛ contractor ɛwɔ man mu ɛna afei so no ne background na CPP background kane CPP na ɔnyɛ na CPP. Okay. Kwame kɔ CPP ho asɛm na mekɛn nti ɔno no na yɔmpania no ɔkɔ bi ɛne ɛdɛdɛ nti mehu sɛ ɔte nneɛma a meyɛ no se nti ne ma megye ne to mu a ɛso no mu ma ɛde bɛbɛyɛ ɔno wɔ mfie sɛn. I just see about 67 or so. Oh, okay. So, one of your parents do it. Nothing here. Wow.
Na eno no sa hyem sɛ Ghana ha sɛ nyina afa na nyina wɔhwɛ sɛ obenya obi obesi na nan mu sɛ mmarahyɛ bedwani ɛwɔ Ghana Union Movement anam nanso ɛnam sɛ Ghana mabunu no nei sikasɛm ho den ma wɔn no nti nipa a wɔn nsa ka wɔn no ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a wɔn sika wɔn mu etua na ɛyɛ 10,000 no wɔtua 5,000 ɛde ama ebinom nti nipa bɛyɛ sɛ 170 out of 275 constituencies na ɛwɔ ha sɛ no wɔn etimi afa forms a wɔn egyina Ghana Union Movement anan mu.
I say medical shall my shall say that I want my own personal way. It no say me balance ya me atum. Meeting BB shall so factories na if you say when them rant you go am we adwuma obia hours. Aba na if a 3 hours after here no at least you can get a factory with many baby akoya another 2 hours. Say we with many big cats. Yes, as at el kakra the Coast region. Me be through you na omo ana me saka omo yina na 55. Iti omotimi aye ona also de kwa na enya complete ngusuba it not come 178 I so mufale but the one man na ma ho din no intimates from nyina obo no e feel say the boy say me ma we say be 30,000 e say ma we say yes what say you tina aba no oni bi onya pepa so bitima so no ma eso oni bi etino we are doing our best, but to see them somewhere we to on in the pipeline and become one for
na yɛhwɛ COVID-19 case a abtimi abetodwa no ebi na say na esi etie confirmed case ɛyɛ 47,097 na recoveries no yɛ 46,452 death rate no yɛ 308 and active case 337 Greater Accra region Ekuta nipa dodoɔ na 24,300 Ashanti region Toso 10,980 Western region 2,971 Eastern region 2,419 Central region 783 Bono East region 783 Volta region 679 Western North 644. Northern region 547, Ahafo region 527, Bono region 511, Upper East region 323, Oti region ekuta 242, Upper West region kuta 90 cases, Sansona Savannah region kuta 62, and North East region ekuta 19 cases ewo eho.